Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Blazekiller, and today we are back with another video. In today's video, I am going to be showing you guys how to make an Among Us character pixel art in Lumber Tycoon 2. It's been a while since I've done a pixel art tutorial. I used to do a little series a few years ago of pixel art. I think I did one relatively recently of a Goomba, I believe. If you want any more pixel art tutorials, leave in the comments below what you want me to show you guys how to make, essentially. Alright, for this tutorial right here, the Among Us character, just to give you some background, you can make it whatever color you want. I'm just going to be doing the basic red. I think it's pretty traditional for the Among Us character. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this right here. Now, in terms of blueprints, I'm going to be using a lot of the tiny floor. I'm going to be using some of the small floor, I believe, the floor, and the smooth wall, as well as the post. The other ones here you can use however you wish to do so, but essentially I'm not really going to be using them much. Now, in terms of the woods you're going to be needing, you need lava wood. This is the walnut wood, which is going to be that strange orange-ish color looking wood over in the safari biome. And also the cave crawler wood, frost wood, and the birch wood. So it shouldn't be too difficult to acquire these woods, maybe the hardest one being the cave crawler wood. I've experimented with a couple other tints of blue. Namely this one right here, the blue spruce, but essentially these are really the only two blue ones that I'm going to be using, and I think they look best, honestly. So let's jump straight into it. You might find it helpful having a little platform you can work on, once you get to a little higher up, but essentially you can make it flat on the ground or standing up. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make it standing up right here. So let's just jump straight into this, and anything else I forgot to mention, I'll kind of mention as we go here. It's going to be a relatively lengthy tutorial. It might take you around 30 minutes. I found that's what it took me for the first one. But start out like this, leave 3 in between here, and I'm going to be doing I'm going to be adding a little thing right here. We're not going to keep this, but I'm only adding this so that I can have something to put my posts on top of. And essentially what this tutorial is going to look like, I'm probably going to be showing you guys what blueprints go where, and then what woods go in those blueprints, and kind of just cutting the video from there. This is going to be around 15 by 19, just so you're aware. So kind of plan ahead for space. And we're going to be filling this all with walnut wood. So essentially, as we begin building the body of the character, this is when you're going to use, whatever color wood you want. I'm going to be using lava wood, as I mentioned before. So we're going to be using a smooth wall right here. There's multiple blueprints called smooth walls, so make sure you're using the right one. It's going to be the skinnier one. And then a post is going to be filling in this as so. And then you're going to add this little post right here that's going to be horizontal. That's going to be using a walnut wood. And that's just essentially going to add some motion to the creature, showing that it is walking, its legs are moving, and it's not just standing in one place. You can kind of see how that's going to look in just a second. All right, let's start working on the backpack. So I'm going to be adding 3 out here. I'm only going to keep 2 of them, as was the case with earlier. I'm only using this third one as a little place I can put my post on top of. All right, so once that post is built, I'm going to be building one more on top of that, and then 2 posts on top of one another, kind of mirroring that one right there as such, and fill that in with the walnut wood. All right, and next, use the same smooth wall as you used earlier to fill up the entire backpack portion. So if you're wondering how much wood generally you're going to need for this, probably, well, I'm using the easy building right now because I got that feature from the strange man in the lost cave. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll probably put something on the screen showing you how to do that if you're curious. You need, I believe, 10 million in-game money, so it's a lot. It's a lot. You can also purchase it with Robux if you're curious. But if you don't have that, if you do have that, I would suggest maybe getting 1 tree of each of these woods. If not, get it maybe 2 or 3. But you're not gonna need too much wood here. So you saw what I did just there. Let's just keep building it upwards. Let's get another post here to build the outline. The outline's kind of strange and kind of difficult with pixel art tutorials because there's not really a black wood, and typically outlines are going to be black in color. There is spook wood, which is darker than the walnut wood I'm using right now, but it's not too easy to get, obviously, and it is quite difficult to cut. There's a lot of reasons why I'm not using it right now. But yeah, so let's grab ourselves next a floor. This is where this is going to come into play. And I'm going to start utilizing this more since we're getting a little higher up. I would really advise you building a little scaffolding for yourself here. So place that right there, or it could be like, you know, the other side right there. We're going to be filling in the body of the character. So as we fill in the body of the character more, just kind of follow my lead here. So essentially, here's what I did. I put a post in this little slot that was there. I put another one of those smooth walls on top. I put another post right here. I put a 1x1x1, and then I put a small floor right there. Now, in the earlier days when I was first making pixel art tutorials, I would make the entire thing out of the tiny floors. Now you can imagine how tedious that was. That took very long. And you know, my earlier creations were a little smaller than what I'm doing right now. Still, they're going to take longer than what this is going to take me. This is maybe a 30-minute tutorial or so. Not in terms of the video length probably, but how long it might take you in the entire process. Maybe more once you kind of add in the time of getting the woods and whatnot, organizing things and sawmilling everything. But yeah, please utilize the blueprints that are in this game, in other words, to your advantage. There's a lot of interestingly sized blueprints, to say the least, but they're super helpful when it comes to making pixel art. All right, here's the next step here. So another post on top of this, we're going to be filling this with the same kind of wood, and we're going to be putting one more piece of lava wood right there, and then the rest we're going to be filling with walnut wood as well. So now we're filling in the actual head of the character. So I put some posts right here, and then a post, and really, you know, nothing else could fit there besides the tiny floors. And here is where we're going to start using our cave crawler wood. This is, you know, typically this is really what looks best. I've tried a couple of different things, and this is probably my favorite. All right, so I filled in the rest of this here with just some tiny floors for the blue wood, and then I made a little. This is the design you're gonna have for the frost wood. So I put a small floor here instead of, you know, putting 4 1x1x1s and then the posts, and then the rest of them are gonna be 1x1x1s. I'll let you look at that for a second, and then we're gonna be filling this in with frost wood. All right, now that's filled with frost wood. I do this design right here. It's 1x1x1, and then we have a small floor right here, and fill this in with birch wood. Oops, there we go. And then let's just top off the helmet here, or I don't even know what to call it, the headpiece, if you will, with a post. And then you're going to be using 3 more tiny floors here. All right, so on top of that, I added a tiny little, I added another tiny floor on top of each of those places right there. So let's keep going with the red, and then we'll finish it up with the outline on top. All right, here is the rest of the body. So I added, I think this was here before, the tiny floor, and then we have 2 posts, then 1 post, and this post is offset by just 1 tiny floor length, and then just fill in the rest as so you can see right here what those are going to look like. Fill it in with the body color that you are using. So with that completed outline, your character should be complete. That is your completed Among Us pixel art character in Lumber Tycoon 2. I hope you did enjoy. Once again, you can use multiple different types of wood other than simply the lava wood. Try this out for yourselves. Leave in the comments below what you found to be your favorite color to do this with. If you have any different designs for this character, let me know in the comments as well what those designs are, what you found to be your favorite of those. So without further ado, I hope you did enjoy. I hope you found this helpful, or at least interesting. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the bell for me so that you'll be notified whenever I do upload a new video. Without further ado though, I will see you guys in next week's video. Peace out.